Live from the 35-yard line, it's Onside Kicking It with Alex P.
But you're on.
I wish the Falcons was on they shit, man, because they really are not on their shit at all. This is what's up, everybody? What's happening? It's another episode of Onside Kicking It with Alex P. This is your Falcons review for yet another abysmal performance by our Falcons. They lost by a score of 24-10 to the Tennessee Titans. They are now 1-3 on the season, last in the NFC South. Boy, I don't understand it. I do understand it, y'all. We have a bad team. It hurts for me to say it, trust me. You know, I'm diehard. That doesn't mean I'm falling off the ship, but I do recognize. I keep it 100. At least I try to. We have a bad team, y'all. We have great individual players, but we have a bad team. It's just falling apart. Boy, they just pissed me off, man, because we got all the talent in the world and we come out and we start flat and we just finish flat. I don't think the message is getting clear to the team. The message is falling flat, or maybe we just hit our ceiling in 2016, y'all. Maybe our peak was the Super Bowl and we should have took advantage, because it's just been downhill from there. The Falcons have 18-18 since the Super Bowl. That's a 500 record. The past 3 years, Dan Quinn is 1-11 against the AFC. It was no different yesterday. The Falcons were just controlled from the beginning to the end. Marcus Mariota was out there looking like a superstar, man. From the beginning of the game, the defense tried to set the tone on the first drive by forcing a punt.
See what opponents have done on third down against Atlanta so far this season. Mariota faking left, goes right, and Atlanta wasn't fooled. Dion Lewis is...
But the offense couldn't do anything to sustain that motivation. They punted. And then Tennessee just took off from there. It took one play on the second drive from Tennessee to get things started with a 65-yard pass to A.J. Brown.
Top of the NFL, Derrick Henry on formation. And fake to him over the middle. It is caught. That's the rookie A.J. Brown. He's still going. Brown showing the wheels to the 10 to the 5. And he's in for the touchdown. An electrifying catch and run, 55 yards to get Tennessee in front.
His first touchdown reception as a pro. He had another one on the next drive by Tennessee. The defense looked really bad this game. The zone typically doesn't work out for the Falcons, so they switched up and they threw a little bit of man out on the Tennessee Titans, but that didn't work either. True Front was getting ate up by a rookie, man. Isaiah Oliver, he was getting ate up too. It was just crazy, man. Tennessee's drives in the first half went like this: punt, touchdown, touchdown, punt, field goal, touchdown. Before you know it, it's 24-7 at the end of the first half, and I don't know what to tell you, man. The Falcons have been outscored 71-20 in the first half in all 4 games this year. Marcus Mariota was 14-19 for 189 yards and 3 touchdowns in the first half. That's all they needed to beat us, was just that first half. The defense played a little bit better in the second half. They didn't allow any points. So, I mean, okay, that's fine. But when the offense isn't doing anything... These are the Falcons' first 6 drives for the first half. The Falcons went punt, touchdown, fumble, punt, turnover on downs, missed field goal. Yes, missed field goal. Matt Bryant even out there missing, y'all.
Dean Pease, we've touched on how seasoned this Tennessee secondary is, so smart. As that field goal is off the upright and no good.
If you can't trust Matt Bryant, who can you trust? But then this is how they went the second half. Like I said, the defense didn't allow any points, but the Falcons went field goal, turnover on downs, punt, turnover on downs. Last drive was the end of the game. This is what Tennessee did in the second half. Punt, punt, turnover on downs, punt. You only lost by 2 touchdowns. The defense actually didn't allow any points in the second half. But the offense didn't come to play at all. Although Matt Ryan, his stats, he was 35 of 53 for 397 yards. He almost for 400 yards. And didn't score any points. He didn't score any points. Didn't score any points. You got Julio Jones out there. You got Calvin Ridley out there. You got Austin Hooper out there. It starts with the offensive line, man. We're hit. We're hurt on the offensive line. We drafted Chris Lindstrom. He hadn't played for us yet. We went and got Jamon Brown in free agency. He got hurt. He sustained a concussion, so he was gone. So that means Wes Schweitzer was in the game. Even Alex Mack got hurt for a series. So if the offensive line is trash, that means you can't run the ball. Devontae Freeman, boy. Whew. The team as a whole, first of all, can't run the ball. It's just 53 yards total running the ball. But Devontae Freeman, 12 carries for 28 yards. He did have 100 yards of all-purpose yards because he had to get them in the pass. He did have 72 yards receiving. But they cannot run the ball. They can't pass protect either. Even though Matt Ryan almost had 400 yards, he was still sacked 5 times. Constant pressure.
About as reliable as they come from Matt Ryan.
On 2nd and 8 could be the final play of the quarter. Ryan under pressure. Football is loose. Who's got it? And Tennessee has the football.
Don't get me wrong. The Tennessee Titans have a top 10 defense. But we still had chances. Play calling was very suspect. Dirk Cutter, I don't know what's happening. I don't know what you're doing there, boy. I don't know what you're doing out there. But you're fucking up. There was one 4th down stop. Of course, the Falcons went 1 for 4 on 4th downs. But on one 4th down, you don't even have Julio or Calvin Ridley or Mohamed Sanu on the field. We can't run the ball. So at least make it look like there's an option to pass if you're going to run it. But no, they just had all their big guys on the field. And what happened? Devontae just got stuffed on 4th and short.
Be really attentive here if you're the Titans.
Tennessee's defense has been so good. The give to Freeman. I don't think he got it. Needed the 38.
It's the story of the game. One bright spot in the game was Austin Hooper. He had 9 catches for 130 yards. That looked good for my fantasy team, but unfortunately it didn't help the Falcons. Mohamed Sanu had 9 catches for 91 yards. Julio was quiet. They had a plan to shut him out. He only had 4 catches for 54 yards. He did, however, become the fastest player in history to reach 11,000 receiving yards. He only did it in 115 games. The best receiver in the league? Not yesterday, though. They did better with their penalties this week. Last week, they had 128 penalty yards. They only had 50 penalty yards this week, but they still came at crucial moments. On the offensive side, Austin Hooper got called for a holding play that killed the drive at one point, led to a punt. Alex Mack, he had a personal foul where he just splashed an opponent illegally. That resulted eventually in a turnover on downs for the team. On defense, Tyler Davidson, he had 3 penalties that cost him. On one drive, he had a hands to the face penalty that resulted in an automatic first. And then he had a holding that resulted in an automatic first. That drive eventually led to a touchdown. Then later in the fourth quarter, he got called for holding again that extended the drive. That was on that last drive where the Titans ended up punting, but they still had 11 plays and took a lot of time off the clock. The problems, they're just problems all over. The team is just, well, I can't even get the words out of my mouth. They're pissing me off so goddamn bad. God damn. The offensive line struggling. They can't run the ball. The play calling is questionable. Penalties all over the place. We got no pass rush. Now, Tennessee had 17 sacks. They've given up 17 sacks before this game. Guess how many the Falcons had? 0. Goose egg, nothing, nada, zilch. How else can you say none in any other language? They have no pass rush, and the defensive backs are trash, man. Oh. It's hard being a Falcons fan, man. But I do it. It's crazy that I do, but I do. 1-3 in the division. In a division where the Saints keep winning even though Teddy Bridgewater ain't playing. The Panthers are still winning even though Cam Newton ain't playing. And even Tampa Bay beat the Rams yesterday.
When you say Teddy Bridgewater's not playing, did you mean Drew Brees?
I did. I meant to say, hey, he ain't playing either. He ain't playing either. Drew Brees is out. And we can't capitalize. It's crazy. I'm going to still hold out hope, though, because it's just the first quarter of the season. That's why you play 16 games. We still have yet to play anybody in the division. So, you know, we could stir some shit up and shake some shit up. But they got to change themselves. It doesn't get any easier next week because we're going to go to the Texans. So that means we got to face J.J. Watt against that O-line. We got to go against DeAndre Hopkins. With them cornerbacks. See, my pen just fell out my ear. We got to play Deshaun Watson against our pass rush. It might get ugly, y'all. It might get ugly. We're going to find out. But that's going to do it for this Falcons recap. Make sure you follow me on my social media. At Bocho5 on Instagram, at WT Fiddlesticks on Twitter. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube page.
The Falcons got you all flustered.
They got me fucked up, man. Follow me on YouTube. Subscribe to my page. Onside Kicking It with Alex P. These niggas done pissed me off. I'm out. Cut that shit.
What you do? Hey, tighten up. Oh, you tighten up. Hey, Harris. Matt, hey man, all y'all tighten up. What y'all doing out there? Sean, we might need you. Cause Matt playing like some doo-doo. Hey, y'all tighten up, man. Straight up. It's the 4th game. Sanu, hey, Mr. Consistent, I see you, big dog. Hey, Sanu the big real. Hey, Matt, tighten up, homie. Hey, I need y'all to get in the game. Get your ass in the game. Duke, don't be looking back at me. I'll come back there, hey. I'll tackle you. I'll show you how to tackle. Tighten up. Let's go, man. Grady, we need you out there, big dog. Hey. Grady, be the dog. Julio. Hey, you a dog, Julio. I got nothing to say about Julio. Hey, cheerleaders. Hey, tack. Hey, hold on. Get back that tack. Get back that tack. Damn. What the hell y'all doing? What the hell? Hey, y'all doing a good job, though. Cheer on. Hey, straight up. I appreciate y'all been doing. Y'all been shaking the hell out of them pom-poms. Hey, but them, hey.